Number 1. This 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air Pro Street Coupe, currently listed at $30,000 in Wichita, Kansas, is far from an ordinary classic. While it retains the iconic styling that made the 1954 Chevrolet one of the most beloved cars of its era, underneath the vintage sheet metal lies a serious performance machine built for enthusiasts who appreciate both classic looks and modern muscle. The 1954 Chevrolet occupies a special place in automotive history. It was the final year before Chevrolet introduced its revolutionary small block V8 in 1955, marking the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Today, these cars are highly respected among collectors, restorers, and custom builders because of their clean body lines and endless customization potential. This particular Bel Air takes a different approach than a traditional restoration. Rather than preserving the car exactly as it left the factory, the builder transformed it into a pro street-style machine. Pro street cars became popular because they combined the appearance of a classic street car with the performance capabilities of a drag racer. The result is a vehicle that looks stunning parked at a car show, but can also deliver serious performance when the throttle is opened. The exterior is finished in green, a color that highlights the flowing curves and elegant proportions of the 1954 Chevrolet body. Even among classic cars, the Bel Air stands out for its distinctive front grille, smooth fenders, and balanced design. It represents an era when cars were designed with personality and presence, long before computers began shaping automotive styling. Under the hood sits the heart of this build, a powerful 383 cubic inch stroker V8 engine. Among performance enthusiasts, the 383 stroker is known for delivering excellent low-end torque and strong horsepower while maintaining reliability. It is a popular choice for muscle cars and street machines because it offers impressive performance without sacrificing drivability. Backing the engine is a turbo 350 automatic transmission, one of the most respected automatic transmissions in hot rodding history. Known for its durability and simplicity, the TH350 has powered countless high-performance street cars over the decades. Together, the 383 and TH350 create a drivetrain combination capable of delivering strong acceleration and dependable operation. The suspension has been upgraded with a Mustang 2 front suspension system, a modification that has become a staple in the custom car community. This upgrade significantly improves steering response, ride quality, and overall handling compared to original 1950s suspension designs. Combined with rack and pinion steering, the car offers a more precise and confident driving experience than drivers would have imagined in 1954. Moving to the rear of the car, the build features a fabricated Ford 9-inch rear end. The Ford 9-inch is legendary for its strength and ability to handle substantial horsepower. It has become the rear axle of choice for many high-performance street and race cars because of its durability and vast aftermarket support. The addition of ladder bars further reinforces the pro street identity of this Chevrolet. Ladder bars are designed to improve traction and stability during hard acceleration, helping transfer power efficiently to the pavement. This setup suggests the car was built with performance as a priority while still maintaining street usability. Perhaps one of the most impressive details in the listing is the seller's statement that this car is a daily driver. Many pro street builds spend most of their lives on trailers or hidden in garages, but this Chevrolet is reportedly driven and enjoyed regularly. That speaks volumes about the reliability and practicality of the overall build. The seller also notes that the car has approximately 3,500 miles on its current setup, suggesting relatively limited use since completion. Low mileage on a custom build can be attractive because it often means less wear on upgraded components while still proving that the car is functional and roadworthy. Cars like this occupy a unique space in the classic car world. They appeal not only to traditional Chevrolet enthusiasts but also to hot rod fans, drag racing enthusiasts, and anyone who appreciates a well-executed custom build. It combines the timeless beauty of a 1950s Chevrolet with the performance and attitude of a modern street machine. Whether parked at a local cruise night, displayed at a car show, or cruising down the highway, This Bel Air is guaranteed to attract attention. The combination of vintage, styling, and aggressive mechanical upgrades creates a package that stands out even among other classics. For enthusiasts looking for a vehicle that offers both nostalgia and excitement, this 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air Pro Street delivers a compelling combination. It preserves the spirit of one of Chevrolet's most iconic body styles, while embracing the performance culture that has defined American hot rodding for generations. In the end, this is more than just a 1954 Chevrolet. It is a purpose-built Pro Street machine that successfully bridges two worlds: the elegance of post-war American automotive design and the raw power of classic American performance culture. Every rumble of the engine and every mile driven serves as a reminder that some classics were built not just to be admired, but to be driven and enjoyed. Number 2. This 1946 Ford Coupe, currently listed at $19,500 and located in Wentzville, Missouri, is a classic post-war Ford that has been transformed into a powerful street rod, combining timeless 1940s styling with modern performance upgrades designed to make it far more exciting than it ever was from the factory. At first glance, this Ford retains the iconic silhouette that made the 1946 Coupe a favorite among hot rodders for generations. The rounded fenders, flowing body lines, and compact coupe profile represent an era when American automobiles were built with unmistakable character. More than 70 years later, these cars remain among the most popular platforms for custom builds, and this example demonstrates exactly why. Finished in blue with a matching blue interior, the car presents a cohesive and eye-catching appearance. The color combination complements the Ford's classic body shape, while giving it a cleaner and more modern feel compared to traditional black or darker paint schemes often seen on street rods. What truly separates this coupe from a stock 1946 Ford is what lies beneath the hood. Power comes from a Chevrolet 402 cubic inch big block V8, an engine known for producing strong torque and delivering the kind of raw performance that muscle car enthusiasts appreciate. While the original Ford engine would have provided a relaxed cruising experience, the 402 transforms this coupe into something entirely different. A machine built to accelerate hard, sound aggressive, and command attention wherever it goes. Paired with the big block is a turbo 350 automatic transmission, one of the most respected automatic gearboxes in the hot rod and muscle car world. Known for its durability and simplicity, the Turbo 350 is a proven choice for handling V8 power while maintaining smooth and reliable operation. The performance upgrades extend well beyond the drivetrain. This Ford has been equipped with four-wheel disc brakes, a major improvement over the braking systems available in the 1940s. Disc brakes provide stronger stopping power, better heat management, and increased confidence during everyday driving, making the car significantly safer and more practical on modern roads. Another major enhancement is the addition of power rack and pinion steering. This upgrade dramatically improves steering response and precision compared to the original steering setup. As a result, the car becomes easier to maneuver, more predictable in corners, and far more enjoyable to drive at highway speeds. At the rear, a Lincoln Versailles 9-inch rear axle has been installed. The Ford 9-inch design is legendary among performance enthusiasts because of its strength, reliability, and ability to handle substantial horsepower. Its inclusion further reinforces that this coupe was built with performance and durability in mind. Adding to the car's aggressive appearance are Boss Motorsports wheels, which give the Ford a more contemporary street rod stance. The wheels complement the upgraded mechanical package and help visually communicate that this is not an ordinary vintage coupe. The seller reports only 500 miles on the vehicle, suggesting that much of the build or recent work may be relatively fresh. While exact details of the mileage history are not provided, the low reported figure indicates that the car has likely seen limited use since its current configuration was completed. One of the reasons 1946 Ford coupes remain so popular among enthusiasts is their versatility. They can be restored to factory condition, transformed into traditional hot rods, or built into high-performance street machines like this one. This particular example embraces the performance route, creating a car that delivers classic looks with modern drivability. Driving a vehicle like this is about experiencing the best of both worlds. From the outside, it looks like a piece of automotive history. From behind the wheel, however, the upgraded steering, braking system, and powerful big block V8 create an experience that feels far more capable than a typical 1940s automobile. At an asking price of $19,500, this 1946 Ford Coupe offers an attractive combination of classic styling and serious performance hardware. For enthusiasts who love vintage body designs but want the power, handling, and reliability of a more modern street rod, this Ford presents a compelling opportunity. More than just a classic coupe, it is a custom-built machine that captures the spirit of American hot rodding, taking a timeless design and transforming it into something faster, stronger, and even more exciting while preserving the character that made it iconic in the first place. Number 3. This 1946 Ford Tudor sedan, currently listed at $32,000, is located in Janesville, Wisconsin. Some classic cars are restored to preserve history. Others are built to make a statement. This 1946 Ford Tudor falls firmly into the second category. At first glance, you can immediately tell this is not an ordinary post-war Ford. While it retains the unmistakable silhouette of a 1940s American sedan, numerous custom modifications have transformed it into a one-of-a-kind street rod designed to stand out wherever it goes. According to the seller, the car has only around 300 miles since completion, making it a very fresh build with minimal road time. That low mileage suggests that much of the work has been completed recently, allowing the next owner to enjoy the results of countless hours of fabrication and customization. Finished in green, this Tudor already commands attention, but the custom bodywork is what truly sets it apart. One of the most noticeable modifications is the 1-inch chop top. While a 1-inch chop may sound subtle, it dramatically changes the car's proportions, creating a lower, sleeker profile while maintaining comfortable interior space and visibility. Adding even more personality are the suicide doors. These rear hinge doors have become legendary in custom car culture because they instantly give a vehicle a more dramatic and distinctive appearance. Whether parked at a car show or arriving at a cruise night, suicide doors always attract attention and spark conversation among enthusiasts. The seller also mentions numerous additional body modifications, suggesting that this Ford has undergone far more than a simple restoration. Custom touches like these often require extensive metal fabrication, bodywork, and careful craftsmanship to achieve a finished look that appears seamless and professionally executed. Under the hood sits a Ford 302 V8 engine, one of the most respected and widely used power plants in the classic car hobby. Known for its reliability, strong aftermarket support, and impressive performance potential, the 302 has earned a reputation as a dependable choice for custom builds. Backing the engine is a C4 automatic transmission, another proven Ford component that has been a favorite among hot rod builders for decades. Together, the drivetrain provides a combination of power, simplicity, and reliability that makes the car enjoyable both around town and on longer highway cruises. The upgrades continue underneath the vehicle. A Mustang 2 front suspension system has been installed, one of the most popular modifications in the street rod world. This setup significantly improves steering response, ride quality, and handling characteristics compared to the original 1940 suspension design. At the rear, the car features an 8-inch Ford rear end along with Posey's rear leaf springs. These components help create a smoother and more controlled ride while maintaining the traditional character of the vehicle. Modern convenience has not been overlooked either. The addition of power brakes makes the car easier and safer to drive in modern traffic conditions, while power windows provide a level of comfort rarely associated with vehicles from the mid-1940s. What makes this Tudor especially appealing is the balance between classic styling and modern usability. From a distance, it still looks like a vintage Ford from the immediate post-war era. But underneath the skin, it benefits from decades of hot rod innovation and engineering improvements. Imagine arriving at a local car show in this machine. The chopped roof, custom bodywork, and suicide doors immediately draw a crowd. Then the hood opens to reveal a dependable Ford the 5.8, proving that this car offers more than just visual appeal. Unlike many unfinished projects, this Ford appears ready to be enjoyed right away. Much of the difficult fabrication work has already been completed, and the car is described as a running, driving vehicle rather than a project waiting for years of additional work. In today's custom car market, professionally modified post-war Fords continue to attract strong interest because they combine timeless design with personalized craftsmanship. No two builds are exactly alike, which makes each one a unique reflection of its builder's vision. At $32,000, this 1946 Ford Tudor offers more than just classic transportation. It delivers custom styling, proven mechanical components, modern conveniences, and the kind of individuality that cannot be found in modern production vehicles. This is not simply a restored Ford sedan. It's a handcrafted street rod built to turn heads, start conversations, and make every drive feel like a special occasion. Number 4. This 1933 Ford Model B Tudor, listed at $28,000 and located in Dewitt, Michigan, is a beautifully preserved example of one of the most important automobiles from the early years of American motoring. Combining pre-war styling, vintage charm, and practical upgrades for modern usability, this classic Ford offers enthusiasts the opportunity to own a vehicle that represents a pivotal chapter in automotive history. With its gray exterior, beige interior, clean title, and older restoration, this Model B Tudor stands as a charming survivor that is ready to be enjoyed on the road rather than hidden away in a garage. From the moment you see it, the car captures the unmistakable elegance of the early 1930s. The upright grille, sweeping fenders, flowing running boards, and distinctive Tudor body style immediately transport you to an era when automobiles were handcrafted works of art. Unlike modern vehicles that prioritize aerodynamics above all else, the Model B proudly displays the design philosophy of its time, where style, presence, and craftsmanship work together to create something truly memorable. Finished in gray, the exterior presents a timeless and sophisticated appearance that complements the car's vintage character. Walking around the vehicle reveals a body that has clearly benefited from careful preservation and restoration work. While the restoration is not recent, it has aged gracefully, allowing the car to retain both authenticity and usability. The seller describes the vehicle as being in good to very good condition, a testament to the quality of the restoration and the care it has received over the years. The body lines remain clean and attractive, while the classic Tudor sedan profile gives the car a balanced and elegant appearance that remains appealing nearly a century after it was built. One of the most fascinating aspects of this Ford is its place in automotive history. The Model B was introduced during a transformative period for Ford, serving as a successor to the legendary Model A and helping bridge the gap between the earliest automobiles and the more advanced vehicles that would follow later in the decade. Owning a Model B is not simply about possessing an old car. It is about preserving a piece of the story that helped shape the American automotive industry. Under the hood, the Model B retains the mechanical simplicity that made early Ford vehicles famous for their durability and ease of maintenance. Paired with a manual transmission, the drivetrain delivers an authentic vintage driving experience that allows the driver to feel directly connected to the machine. Every shift, every acceleration, and every mile traveled serves as a reminder of how automobiles were experienced before the age of computers, electronics, and driver aids. What makes this particular example especially appealing is the inclusion of thoughtful upgrades that improve practicality without compromising its classic identity. The conversion to a 12-volt electrical system provides improved reliability, easier starting, and better compatibility with modern electrical components. This is one of the most popular upgrades among vintage car owners because it enhances usability while remaining largely invisible to casual observers. Another welcome addition is the cabin heater. Many early automobiles lacked the comfort features that modern drivers take for granted, making cold weather driving less enjoyable. The addition of a heater significantly improves comfort and extends the usability of the car during cooler seasons, allowing owners to enjoy longer driving periods throughout the year. Inside, The beige interior creates a warm and inviting atmosphere that perfectly complements the car's vintage personality. The cabin reflects the simplicity and elegance of early automotive design, offering a driving environment that is free from distractions and focused entirely on the experience of being behind the wheel. Large windows provide excellent visibility, while the upright seating position delivers a commanding view of the road ahead. Driving a vehicle like this is an experience unlike anything offered by modern automobiles. The manual transmission requires active engagement. The steering provides direct feedback, and the mechanical sounds create a connection between driver and machine that has largely disappeared from contemporary motoring. Rather than emphasizing speed, this Ford encourages drivers to slow down, appreciate the journey, and enjoy the simple pleasure of classic automobile ownership. For collectors, the appeal extends beyond the driving experience. The Model B remains an important and increasingly respected piece of automotive history. Its combination of historical significance, attractive styling, and practical upgrades makes it suitable for car shows, local cruises, vintage driving tours, and private collections alike. It is the type of vehicle that sparks conversations wherever it goes, drawing admiration from enthusiasts of all ages. In conclusion, this 1933 Ford Model B Tudor is more than just a classic automobile. It is a rolling piece of American history that has been carefully preserved and thoughtfully updated for modern enjoyment. With its older restoration, reliable 12-volt conversion, added cabin heater, manual transmission, and charming pre-war styling, it offers a wonderful balance of authenticity and practicality. For collectors, hobbyists, or anyone who appreciates the craftsmanship and character of early American automobiles, this Ford represents an opportunity to own a timeless classic that continues to embody the spirit of a bygone era nearly 100 years after it first took to the road. Number 5. This 1940 Ford Coupe, currently listed at $29,000, is located in Edwardsville, Illinois. There are certain automobiles that never lose their appeal, no matter how many decades pass. The 1940 Ford Coupe is one of those rare classics. Revered by collectors, hot rod builders, and vintage car enthusiasts alike, the 1940 Ford has earned its place as one of the most iconic American automobiles ever produced. With its flowing fenders, streamlined body, and unmistakable pre-war styling, it remains a symbol of an era when automobiles were designed with both elegance and character. This particular example appears to offer the best of both worlds. Classic styling combined with practical upgrades that make it more enjoyable and reliable to drive in the modern world. Finished in a rich burgundy exterior, the coupe carries a timeless appearance that perfectly complements its vintage design. The deep color highlights the smooth body lines and curved panels that made the 1940 Ford one of the most admired vehicles of its generation. One of the biggest advantages of this car is that its mechanical systems have already been rebuilt. For anyone shopping for a vehicle from the 1940s, this is a significant selling point. Mechanical restoration is often one of the most expensive and time-consuming aspects of classic car ownership, so having rebuilt components can provide confidence and peace of mind for future owners. The seller also notes that the vehicle has been upgraded with tube shocks. While this may sound like a small detail, it can make a noticeable difference in ride quality and handling. Compared to older suspension setups, tube shocks help provide a smoother and more controlled driving experience, making the car more comfortable on today's roads. Another practical improvement is the addition of an aluminum radiator. Cooling systems are critical in vintage automobiles, especially during warm weather or extended driving sessions. Aluminum radiators are known for their efficiency and reliability, helping to keep engine temperatures under control while improving overall dependability. The vehicle has also undergone a 12-volt conversion, one of the most common and beneficial upgrades for classic cars. Originally, many vehicles of this era used 6-volt electrical systems. While authentic, those systems can sometimes struggle with modern accessories and starting performance. A 12-volt conversion typically improves reliability, brighter lighting, and easier engine starting, especially after long periods of storage. What makes this coupe especially attractive is the seller's description of it as a solid Western car. In the classic car world, That phrase often carries significant meaning. Cars from the western United States generally benefit from drier climates and reduced exposure to road salt, which often results in less rust and better overall body preservation. A solid western car is usually considered a strong foundation, whether for preservation, restoration, or continued enjoyment as a driver. The manual transmission further enhances the vintage driving experience. Unlike modern vehicles that do most of the work for the driver, a classic manual transmission Ford demands participation and engagement. Every shift becomes part of the experience, creating a direct connection between driver and machine that many enthusiasts find incredibly rewarding. The odometer shows approximately 12,345 miles. Although with vehicles of this age, exact mileage can be difficult to verify. What matters most is the condition, the mechanical upgrades, and the overall presentation of the car. Driving a 1944 coupe is unlike driving anything built today. The experience is filled with sights, sounds, and sensations that modern vehicles simply cannot replicate. The distinctive shape of the hood stretching ahead, the sound of the engine, the feel of the manual transmission, and the attention the car receives everywhere it goes all contribute to a truly memorable experience. It is also impossible to discuss a 1940 Ford without mentioning its importance in American car culture. These coupes became legends within the hot rod movement after World War II and have remained highly sought after ever since. Whether preserved in near-original condition or transformed into custom builds, the 1940 Ford Coupe continues to be one of the most respected and admired classic cars ever produced. For collectors, this vehicle offers historical significance and timeless styling. For enthusiasts, it offers the joy of driving a true automotive icon. And for anyone who appreciates classic American craftsmanship, it represents a direct connection to one of the most influential periods in automotive history. At $29,000, this 1940 Ford Coupe presents an opportunity to own a classic that has already benefited from important mechanical upgrades while retaining the character and charm that made these cars famous. It is not just a vintage automobile. It is a piece of American history that continues to inspire admiration more than 80 years after it first left the factory. Whether displayed at a car show, enjoyed on weekend cruises, or simply appreciated in a private collection, this 1940 Ford Coupe stands as a lasting reminder of why certain cars never go out of style. Number 6. This 1951 Dodge Meadowbrook, currently listed at $2,500 in Neenah, Wisconsin, is an affordable entry into the world of classic American automobiles and presents an exciting opportunity for someone looking to take on a vintage project with plenty of potential. The early 1950s were a fascinating time for the American auto industry. Manufacturers were transitioning from post-war designs into the stylish, chrome-filled era that would define the decade. Dodge was known for building durable, dependable vehicles that emphasized practicality and longevity, and a Meadowbrook was one of the company's most popular models during this period. At first glance, this Dodge captures the charm of a bygone era with its rounded body lines, prominent fenders, and classic green exterior. Cars from this generation possess a character that modern vehicles simply cannot duplicate. Every curve and design element reflects a time when automobiles were built with distinctive personalities rather than aerodynamic efficiency. One of the most attractive aspects of this listing is that the car is described as complete. In a classic car world, completeness can make a tremendous difference. Finding missing trim pieces, original hardware, or model-specific components can often be expensive and time-consuming. Having a complete vehicle provides a solid starting point for restoration, preservation, or customization. The seller notes that the original inline-six engine is currently locked up. While that may initially sound like a drawback, the listing includes a significant bonus: a good-running 3.9-liter engine that comes with the vehicle for a potential engine swap. For many enthusiasts, that opens up several interesting possibilities. Some buyers may choose to rebuild the original inline-six to preserve the car's historical authenticity. Others may decide to install the included 3.9-liter engine, creating a more practical and reliable cruiser while maintaining the vehicle's vintage appearance. The flexibility of having both options makes this project appealing to different types of enthusiasts. The manual transmission remains another desirable feature. Classic car fans often appreciate manual gearboxes because they provide a more engaging and authentic driving experience. Combined with the Meadowbrook's vintage styling, the transmission helps preserve the traditional character that makes older automobiles so enjoyable. At a price point of just $2,500, this Dodge occupies a unique position in today's classic car market. Many project vehicles in this price range are incomplete, heavily rusted, or missing important components. According to the seller, this example offers a complete package along with an additional running engine, potentially saving the next owner both time and money. The green exterior color suits the car's period-correct appearance perfectly. During the early 1950s, manufacturers frequently offered rich, natural colors that complemented the elegant shapes of post-war automobiles. The color helps emphasize the Meadowbrook's flowing body lines and gives it a distinctly vintage presence. For custom car builders, vehicles like this can serve as excellent foundations for traditional hot rods, mild customs, or nostalgic cruisers. The body style offers plenty of room for creativity while still maintaining the timeless appeal of a classic Dodge. At the same time, preservation-minded collectors may see value in restoring the car closer to its original configuration. The seller mentions having too many projects and not enough time, a situation that many classic car enthusiasts can certainly relate to. As a result, the next owner has the opportunity to continue the vehicle's journey and decide its future direction. One of the most rewarding aspects of classic car ownership is bringing a vehicle back to life. Whether through restoration, mechanical upgrades, or simple preservation, each project becomes a personal expression of automotive passion. This Dodge offers exactly that kind of opportunity. Cars from the early 1950s are becoming increasingly difficult to find at approachable prices. Many surviving examples have already been restored, heavily modified, or priced well beyond the reach of entry-level collectors. This Meadowbrook represents a chance to acquire a genuine piece of American automotive history without a massive initial investment. For someone willing to invest time, effort, and creativity, the possibilities are nearly endless. It could become a restored period-correct classic, a comfortable vintage cruiser, a traditional custom build, or simply a rewarding long-term project shared with family and friends. In the end, this 1951 Dodge Meadowbrook is more than just an unfinished project. It is a blank canvas with classic styling, historical character, and significant potential. For the right enthusiast, it represents the beginning of a journey that could transform a forgotten classic into something truly special. Number 7. This 1954 Ford Crown Victoria, currently listed at $12,000 and located in Tecumseh, Kansas, is a striking piece of 1950s American automotive history, combining iconic styling, vintage charm, and a desirable Thunderbird V8 engine into one unforgettable classic. Few cars capture the optimism and excitement of the 1950s quite like the Ford Crown Victoria. During an era when American automakers competed to create the most stylish and eye-catching vehicles on the road, the Crown Victoria emerged as one of Ford's most recognizable designs. Its distinctive roofline, elegant chrome trim, and upscale appearance helped establish it as one of the most desirable Fords of its generation. What immediately sets this particular example apart is its unique pink exterior paired with a matching pink and white interior. Whether you love it or simply admire its boldness, there is no denying that this color combination embodies the spirit of the 1950s. It is the kind of car that attracts attention everywhere it goes, turning an ordinary drive into an event and making every stop feel like a miniature car show. Beneath the hood sits a Thunderbird 312 cubic inch V8 engine, a highly sought-after upgrade among classic Ford enthusiasts. The 312 was one of Ford's most respected Y-block engines and became famous for delivering strong performance while maintaining smooth drivability. Compared to many stock engines from the era, the Thunderbird-powered 312 adds both collector appeal and a more spirited driving experience. The engine is paired with a 3-speed manual transmission, preserving the authentic feel of mid-century motoring. Driving a classic manual transmission Ford from the 1950s is an experience that modern vehicles simply cannot duplicate. Every gear change, every sound from the engine, and every mile traveled creates a stronger connection between driver and machine. The seller describes the car as running, which is always an important detail for a classic vehicle of this age. Rather than being a completely dormant project, this Crown Victoria offers a starting point that can be enjoyed while improvements are made over time. One of the reasons the 1954 Crown Victoria remains so popular among collectors is its unique styling. The model featured Ford's famous stainless steel roof band stretching across the top of the car, creating one of the most distinctive roof designs of the decade. Combined with the sweeping body lines and extensive chrome accents, it gives the car an upscale appearance that still looks impressive more than 70 years later. Inside, the pink and white seating continues the dramatic visual theme established by the exterior. During the 1950s, manufacturers embraced bold colors and optimistic design choices, and this Crown Victoria serves as a perfect example of that philosophy. The interior reflects an era when automobiles were designed to be exciting and expressive rather than simply functional. The seller notes that the body could benefit from some straightening, suggesting that while the car remains attractive and usable, there is still room for cosmetic improvement. For many enthusiasts, this can be seen as an opportunity rather than a drawback. The next owner can choose to preserve its current character, perform a partial restoration, or take the car to show quality condition over time. With approximately 113,939 miles reported, this Ford has clearly lived an active life and survived decades of automotive history. Vehicles like this are becoming increasingly difficult to find, especially examples that still retain their classic personality and desirable mechanical components. What makes this Crown Victoria particularly appealing is its combination of historical significance, distinctive styling, and affordability. Many highly desirable 1950s classics command significantly higher prices, especially those equipped with sought-after V8 engines. This example offers collectors an opportunity to acquire one of Ford's most iconic models without entering the price range of fully restored show cars. At an asking price of $12,000, this 1954 Ford Crown Victoria represents more than just a classic automobile. It is a rolling symbol of America's golden age of automotive design, a time when chrome was king, colors were bold, and every new model year promised something exciting. Whether restored further, preserved as a driver, or enjoyed at local car shows and weekend cruises, this Crown Victoria offers a chance to own a memorable piece of Ford history that continues to capture attention and spark conversations wherever it goes. Number 8. This 1956 Buick Special 4-door, currently listed at $8,300, is located in Hillsdale, Michigan. Few cars capture the spirit of 1950s America quite like a 1956 Buick. This was an era when automotive designers embraced bold styling, sweeping chrome trim, and dramatic body lines, creating vehicles that looked just as impressive parked at a drive-in diner as they did cruising down the highway. Finished in a striking red exterior, this Buick Special immediately commands attention. Even nearly 70 years after it rolled off the assembly line, the design still has the ability to stop people in their tracks. The wide grille, sculpted bodywork, and unmistakable 1950s proportions remind us of a time when American cars were built with style and personality as top priorities. The seller lists the mileage at 1 million miles, which is almost certainly a placeholder or an indication that the true mileage is unknown. That's not uncommon for vehicles of this age, as many classic cars have lived long lives spanning multiple owners, restorations, and decades of use. What is more important is the amount of recent work that has already been completed. According to the seller, approximately $1,200 has been invested in electrical repairs and another $1,300 in a fresh set of tires. For any classic car, especially one from the mid-1950s, these updates can make a significant difference in reliability and roadworthiness. The electrical system has received considerable attention, including a new battery, generator, alternator, and various wiring improvements. Electrical issues are among the most common challenges faced by owners of vintage automobiles, so having much of this work already completed adds meaningful value to the vehicle. Under the hood sits Buick's small V8 engine, an important part of what made these cars so popular during the 1950s. Buick V8s earned a reputation for smooth operation and strong performance, giving drivers plenty of power for comfortable highway cruising while maintaining the refined driving characteristics that Buick was known for. The automatic transmission further reinforces the car's comfortable personality. During the 1950s, automatic transmissions were becoming increasingly popular as Americans embraced the convenience of effortless driving. Today, that same feature makes classic cars like this much easier to enjoy during weekend cruises and local car events. While the vehicle appears to be largely functional, the seller is upfront about a few remaining needs. The windshield wipers require attention, some hoses and a heater tube need replacement, and the factory radio is currently not working. Fortunately, these items are generally considered smaller maintenance projects compared to major engine, transmission, or body repairs. What makes this Buick appealing is that it appears to be an honest, usable classic rather than a perfect show car. Not every enthusiast is searching for museum-quality restoration. Many collectors prefer vehicles that can be driven, improved over time, and enjoyed without the pressure of maintaining flawless condition. Imagine arriving at a local cruise night in this bright red Buick. The chrome reflects the evening sunlight, the V8 hums quietly under the hood, and people immediately recognize the unmistakable styling that made Buick one of America's most respected automotive brands. Cars like this represent a unique chapter in automotive history. The mid-1950s were a period of optimism and innovation, when manufacturers competed to create bigger, bolder, and more exciting vehicles. The result was a generation of automobiles that continue to inspire enthusiasts decades later. At $8,300, this 1956 Buick Special offers an affordable entry into the world of classic American motoring. It combines iconic styling, recent mechanical improvements, and the unmistakable character of a true 1950s cruiser. This isn't just a vintage sedan. It's a rolling piece of American history that still has plenty of stories left to tell and plenty of miles left to travel. Number 9. This 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air 4-door hardtop. Listed at $55,000 and located in Oliva, Wisconsin, is an exceptionally well-preserved example of one of the most iconic American automobiles ever produced. Finished in a stunning turquoise and white color combination and described by the seller as an all-original vehicle, this Bel Air captures everything enthusiasts love about the golden age of American motoring. With just 2 owners, a clean title, approximately 64,000 miles, and more than 3 decades of dedicated ownership, this classic Chevrolet represents a rare opportunity to acquire a genuine piece of automotive history. From the moment you see it, the Bel Air commands attention. Few cars are as instantly recognizable as the 1957 Chevrolet, a model that has become a symbol of 1950s America. The signature tail fins, sweeping chrome trim, wide grille, and distinctive hardtop roofline combine to create a design that remains timeless nearly 70 years after its introduction. Finished in its beautiful turquoise exterior with matching turquoise interior accents and contrasting white details, this example perfectly embodies the optimism and style of the era. Walking around the vehicle, the level of preservation becomes immediately apparent. According to the seller, the car has been garage kept throughout its life and protected from harsh weather conditions, helping preserve its originality and overall condition. The chrome trim, body lines, and classic hardtop styling all contribute to an appearance that reflects the care and attention this Bel Air has received over the decades. The addition of period-correct white wall tires further enhances its authentic 1950s presentation, giving the car the exact look that made it a showroom star when new. One of the most remarkable aspects of this Bel Air is its originality. In a collector car market where many vehicles have been heavily modified, restored, or customized, finding an all-original example becomes increasingly difficult. Original cars often provide a more authentic connection to automotive history, allowing enthusiasts to experience the vehicle much as it appeared when it first left the Chevrolet factory. This originality significantly enhances the appeal of the car for collectors who value authenticity and preservation. Under the hood resides Chevrolet's legendary 283 cubic inch V8 engine, one of the most celebrated power plants of the 1950s. Known for its smooth operation, reliability, and respectable performance, the 283 helped establish Chevrolet's reputation for producing affordable yet capable V8 powered automobiles. Paired with an automatic transmission, the drivetrain offers a relaxed and enjoyable driving experience that perfectly complements the Bel Air's role as a comfortable cruiser. Inside, the turquoise interior continues the theme established by the exterior, creating a cabin that is both vibrant and elegant. The styling reflects the design philosophy of the 1950s, when automotive interiors were created to feel inviting, luxurious, and visually exciting. The spacious seating, expansive dashboard, and large glass area contribute to an airy atmosphere that modern vehicles rarely replicate. Every detail serves as a reminder of an era when style was every bit as important as function. The seller's ownership history adds another layer of significance to this vehicle. Having owned the Bel Air since 1989, the current owner has spent more than 3 decades caring for and preserving this classic Chevrolet. Long-term ownership often speaks volumes about a vehicle's condition and maintenance history, and it suggests a level of dedication that helps explain the car's impressive presentation today. Behind the wheel, this Bel Air delivers the type of driving experience that has made the model a favorite among collectors for generations. The V8 engine provides smooth and confident power, while the automatic transmission makes cruising effortless. The car is perfectly suited for weekend drives, local car shows, parades, and collector events. Rather than emphasizing outright performance, it focuses on comfort, style, and the simple pleasure of enjoying a true American classic. Beyond its mechanical specifications, the 1957 Bel Air occupies a unique place in automotive culture. It is not merely a classic car, it is a cultural icon. The model has appeared in countless films, television shows, advertisements, and collections, becoming one of the most recognizable automobiles ever built. For many enthusiasts, owning a 1957 Bel Air represents the fulfillment of a lifelong dream and a direct connection to one of the most celebrated periods in American automotive history. In conclusion, this 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air 4-door hardtop is a remarkable survivor that combines originality, careful ownership, and timeless styling in one highly desirable package. With its matching turquoise color scheme, original 283 V8 engine, automatic transmission, white wall tires, low mileage, and decades of garage-kept preservation, it stands as an outstanding example of one of America's most beloved automobiles. Whether displayed at shows, added to a collection, or enjoyed on scenic drives, this Bel Air offers a level of authenticity and charm that few classic cars can match, making it a truly special piece of automotive history. Number 10. This 1936 Ford Deluxe 68 Tudor sedan, currently listed at $22,000, is located in Highland, Illinois. Few automobiles capture the elegance of pre-war America quite like the 1936 Ford Deluxe Tudor sedan. Produced during one of the most important periods in automotive history, this classic Ford represents a time when styling, craftsmanship, and engineering were evolving rapidly. Nearly 90 years later, the 1936 Ford remains one of the most recognizable and respected vehicles of its era, admired by collectors and enthusiasts around the world. Finished in a rich burgundy exterior with a tan interior, this Tudor sedan presents a timeless appearance that perfectly reflects the sophistication of 1930s automotive design. The graceful fenders, flowing body lines, prominent grille, and distinctive headlights create a look that is both elegant and unmistakably vintage. Unlike modern vehicles that often prioritize aggressive styling, This Ford was designed with a sense of refinement and balance that continues to attract attention decades later. At the heart of this classic is the legendary 221 cubic inch flathead V8 engine. When Ford introduced the flathead V8 in the early 1930s, it revolutionized the automotive industry by making V8 performance affordable to everyday Americans. The engine quickly became one of the most influential power plants in automotive history and helped establish Ford's reputation for innovation and value. For many collectors, the flathead V8 is much more than just an engine. It is a symbol of an entire era of American motoring. Its unique sound, simple design, and historical significance continue to make it one of the most beloved engines ever produced. Driving a flathead-powered Ford today offers a direct connection to the golden age of automotive development. This particular vehicle is paired with a 3-speed manual floor-shift transmission, preserving the authentic driving experience that enthusiasts seek in pre-war automobiles. Every gear change reminds the driver that this is a machine from a different time, an era when driving required skill, attention, and involvement rather than simply pressing a pedal and steering. According to the seller, the car retains many original details, which is one of its most attractive features. Originality has become increasingly valuable in the collector car world because it provides a genuine glimpse into how these vehicles appeared and operated when they first left the factory. Every original component helps tell the story of the car and contributes to its historical significance. The odometer shows approximately 16,677 miles, though, as with many classic vehicles of this age, the exact mileage may be difficult to verify. What matters most is the vehicle's preservation, originality, and overall condition. The seller also notes that the car carries a clean title and has no significant damage or major problems reported. Finding a pre-war vehicle with clean documentation and a solid overall condition can be challenging, making this Ford particularly appealing to collectors who prefer vehicles that can be enjoyed immediately. One of the most fascinating aspects of owning a car like this is the experience it provides. Driving a 1936 Ford is not simply about transportation. It is about stepping back into a completely different period of history. The sounds, the smells, the mechanical feel of the controls, and the view over the long hood create an experience that modern vehicles simply cannot duplicate. Imagine arriving at a classic car show behind the wheel of this Tudor sedan. While many spectators gather around muscle cars and modern exotics, vehicles like this often draw a different kind of admiration. People are reminded of family stories, historical photographs, and a time when automobiles were still a relatively new and exciting part of everyday life. The Tudor body style itself is especially desirable because it offers the practicality of a sedan while maintaining the sleek proportions that enthusiasts appreciate. It strikes a balance between comfort, usability, and classic styling, making it a favorite among many pre-war Ford collectors. Cars from the 1930s have become increasingly difficult to find in preserved condition. Over the decades, many were modified, parted out, or simply disappeared. Surviving examples like this one serve as rolling pieces of history, preserving the design and engineering achievements of an important era in American manufacturing. At $22,000, this 1936 Ford Deluxe Tudor sedan offers an opportunity to own a genuine pre-war American classic with a legendary flathead V8, a manual transmission, and a wealth of original character. It is the kind of vehicle that appeals not only to collectors, but also to anyone who appreciates the craftsmanship and heritage of early automobiles. This is more than just an old Ford. It is a living piece of automotive history, a beautifully preserved reminder of the years when America was falling in love with the automobile, and a classic that continues to inspire admiration nearly 9 decades after it first took to the road. Number 11. This 1936 Chevrolet Classic, currently listed at $23,500 in Kansas City, Kansas, is a beautifully preserved piece of pre-war American automotive history that combines timeless 1930s styling with proven V8 power and modern drivability upgrades. Few vehicles capture the spirit of early American motoring quite like a 1936 Chevrolet. During the 1930s, automobile design was evolving rapidly, with manufacturers introducing sleeker body shapes, improved engineering, and more comfortable interiors. Chevrolet was one of the leading brands of the era, producing cars that were affordable, dependable, and stylish enough to compete with more expensive competitors. Today, a 1936 Chevrolet represents much more than an old automobile. It serves as a reminder of a time when cars were handcrafted with distinctive character, elegant proportions, and a level of individuality rarely seen in modern vehicles. The flowing fenders, upright grille, sweeping hood lines, and rounded body panels create a silhouette that immediately transports people back to the golden age of American automotive design. What makes this particular Chevrolet especially appealing is the thoughtful combination of classic appearance and upgraded mechanical components. While the exterior retains its unmistakable 1930s identity, the drivetrain has been modernized to provide a more enjoyable and reliable driving experience. Under the hood sits a Chevrolet 350 V8 engine, one of the most legendary engines in automotive history. For decades, the small block Chevy 350 has been the engine of choice for countless hot rods, street rods, muscle cars, and custom builds. Known for its reliability, abundant torque, and nearly endless aftermarket support, it remains one of the most respected V8 platforms ever produced. This upgrade transforms the Chevrolet from a slow-moving antique into a capable cruiser that can comfortably handle modern roads. The additional power makes acceleration smoother and highway driving significantly more practical than with an original 1930s drivetrain. Paired with the engine is a turbo 350 automatic transmission, another highly respected component in the hot rodding world. The TH350 is famous for its durability and smooth operation, making it an ideal choice for classic cars that are intended to be driven rather than simply displayed. Together, the engine and transmission create a combination that balances performance, reliability, and ease of maintenance. The vehicle is also equipped with power brakes, an important upgrade that greatly improves driving confidence and safety. While many pre-war vehicles require substantial pedal effort to slow down, power-assisted braking makes the car far easier to control in modern traffic conditions. It is one of the most practical improvements that can be made to a classic vehicle without compromising its vintage character. According to the seller, the car retains manual steering. While this means the driving experience remains more traditional, many enthusiasts actually appreciate the direct connection and authentic feel that manual steering provides. It preserves some of the original driving characteristics while still benefiting from the upgraded powertrain and braking system. One of the most eye-catching features of this Chevrolet is its striking purple exterior finish. While not a factory color from the 1930s, the bold paint choice gives the car a custom appearance that helps it stand out from more traditional restorations. The rich purple color highlights the vehicle's flowing body lines and creates a unique blend of vintage design and modern personality. Complementing the exterior is a gray interior that provides a clean and balanced contrast. The color combination helps maintain a refined appearance while allowing the vibrant exterior to remain the focal point. Together, the colors create a custom look that feels tasteful rather than excessive. The seller notes that the vehicle has approximately 700 miles showing, suggesting relatively limited use since its build or restoration. Low mileage on a completed classic often indicates that the car has been carefully maintained and preserved, adding to its overall appeal. One of the reasons vehicles like this continue to attract attention is their versatility. They can be enjoyed as weekend cruisers, displayed at car shows, driven to local events, or simply admired as rolling works of art. Unlike many modern vehicles that blend into traffic, a 1936 Chevrolet naturally becomes the center of attention wherever it goes. The pre-war styling also gives this car a unique presence that even many classic cars cannot match. While 1950s and 1960s vehicles are common sights at automotive events, a well-built 1930s Chevrolet often stands out because of its rarity and historical significance. For enthusiasts who appreciate vintage aesthetics but also want modern reliability, this Chevrolet offers an ideal combination. It preserves the beauty and craftsmanship of a bygone era while incorporating upgrades that make the car more practical and enjoyable to own. Whether cruising through town, attending regional car shows, or simply enjoying a sunny weekend drive, this Chevrolet delivers an experience that few vehicles can replicate. Every detail, from its classic body shape to its upgraded V8 power plant, contributes to a driving experience that feels both nostalgic and exciting. In the end, this 1936 Chevrolet Classic is far more than just an old car. It is a beautifully customized piece of American automotive history that successfully bridges the gap between pre-war elegance and modern performance, creating a vehicle that is as enjoyable to drive as it is to admire. Number 12. This 1937 Ford Coupe, currently listed at $58,900 and located in Eagle River, Wisconsin, is a no-expense-spared custom street rod that combines timeless pre-war styling with modern performance, luxury, and engineering. Built to an exceptionally high standard, this all-steel Ford is far more than a classic car. It is a professionally crafted performance machine designed to be driven, enjoyed, and admired. From the moment you see it, the bright red exterior commands attention. The 1937 Ford Coupe is already one of the most iconic body styles in hot rodding history, known for its sleek lines, flowing fenders, and aggressive stance. This example takes that legendary design and elevates it with laser-straight bodywork and show-quality paint that highlights every curve and contour of the classic Ford body. One of the most impressive details is that the car remains all steel. In a world where many custom builds rely heavily on fiberglass replacement panels, retaining an all-steel body adds both authenticity and value. It also reflects the level of craftsmanship invested throughout the project. Under the hood lies the heart of this beast, a Chevrolet 496 cubic inch stroker V8. This is not your average big block. Equipped with aluminum cylinder heads, a roller camshaft, dual carburetors, and built specifically to run on pump gas, this engine delivers serious street performance while remaining practical enough for regular cruising. The 496 stroker setup is known for producing massive torque, effortless acceleration, and the kind of power that can transform even the lightest touch of the throttle into an unforgettable experience. Backing the engine is a 700 R4 automatic transmission, one of the most popular choices for high-performance street rods. This transmission provides strong acceleration through the lower gears, while offering overdrive capability for comfortable highway cruising. It allows the car to enjoy modern road manners without sacrificing performance. Power is sent to a Ford 9-inch rear end, one of the strongest and most respected rear axle designs ever produced. The rear suspension features a triangulated 4-link setup with coilover shocks and a sway bar, creating a combination that delivers excellent traction, stability, and ride quality. Whether cruising through town or traveling at highway speeds, the chassis is engineered to perform far beyond what was imaginable in 1937. The front suspension is equally impressive, featuring a Heights Super Ride independent front suspension system. Combined with power rack and pinion steering, the car offers handling characteristics that feel much closer to a modern performance vehicle than a traditional hot rod. The result is a driving experience that inspires confidence and comfort. Stopping power comes from 4-wheel Willwood disc brakes, a premium braking system recognized throughout the performance industry. These brakes provide exceptional stopping ability and reliability, ensuring that the car's impressive horsepower is matched by equally capable braking performance. Inside, the custom tan leather interior demonstrates the same attention to detail found throughout the rest of the build. Every surface appears designed to blend classic style with modern comfort. The craftsmanship elevates the cabin from a simple hot rod interior to something that feels luxurious and refined. Unlike many vintage street rods, this Ford was built to be driven long distances. It includes fully operational air conditioning and heat, making it comfortable regardless of the season. Additional features such as cruise control, a tilt steering wheel, remote stereo system, and 4-channel remote entry bring modern convenience into a classic package. Perhaps one of the most impressive claims from the seller is that the car cruises comfortably at 75 to 80 miles per hour, That detail speaks volumes about the quality of the engineering and setup. Many classic hot rods look fantastic, but become tiring on long trips. This Ford appears capable of both winning attention at shows and covering serious highway miles with ease. With only about 2,000 miles reported since the build, the car remains exceptionally fresh. Every component, from the drivetrain to the suspension and interior, reflects the philosophy of building the best possible version of a 1937 Ford coupe rather than cutting corners or settling for average results. At an asking price of $58,900, this Ford represents a premium street rod, but one that justifies its value through quality, performance, and craftsmanship. Reproducing a build of this caliber today would likely require significantly more time and money than the current asking price. For enthusiasts seeking a classic coupe that delivers modern comfort, breathtaking performance, and show-quality presentation, this 1937 Ford Coupe stands as an outstanding example of what happens when talented builders combine a legendary body style with top-tier components and uncompromising attention to detail. It is not simply a restored classic. It is a fully realized dream car built to turn heads, dominate the highway, and showcase the very best of American hot rodding culture. Number 13. This 1940 Dodge Coupe, currently listed at $27,000, is located in Zimmerman, Minnesota. Some classic cars are built to cruise. Others are built to win trophies. And then there are cars like this 1940 Dodge Coupe, machines that were built with one goal in mind: raw performance. At first glance, you notice the unmistakable silhouette of a pre-war American coupe. The rounded fenders, compact cabin, and classic body lines instantly transport you back to the early 1940s. But make no mistake, beneath that vintage exterior lies a purpose-built Pro Street machine that is far removed from anything Dodge engineers could have imagined more than 80 years ago. Finished in a bold purple exterior, this Dodge commands attention before the engine even starts. The aggressive stance, race-inspired modifications, and unmistakable presence make it clear that this is not an ordinary classic car. It's a street-legal hot rod with serious performance credentials. According to the seller, the car is only around 500 miles since completion, making it a relatively fresh build. Every aspect of the vehicle appears to have been designed around maximizing power, strength, and durability. The heart of the build is a stroked 440 cubic inch Mopar engine that has been expanded to an impressive 492 cubic inches. For muscle car enthusiasts, those numbers alone are enough to get attention. The seller states that the engine features a roller valve train and was built using top-quality components throughout. Even more impressive, the engine reportedly produced 636 horsepower on a dyno while still running on pump gasoline. That level of power places this Dodge firmly in serious street and strip territory, delivering performance that rivals many modern high-performance sports cars. Transferring that power to the pavement requires much more than a powerful engine, and this Dodge appears to have been engineered accordingly. The seller notes that the vehicle has been tubbed, caged, and built on a custom frame. These are modifications commonly found on race-oriented vehicles where strength, traction, and safety are critical. The tubbed rear end allows for significantly wider rear tires, helping the car put its massive horsepower to the ground more effectively. The roll cage adds structural rigidity and safety, while the custom chassis provides a stronger foundation than the original factory setup. One of the most interesting features is the removable front clip, which allows easier access to the engine and mechanical components. This is a popular modification among serious drag racers and performance enthusiasts because it simplifies maintenance and repairs. The car is also equipped with a trans brake and line lock. These features are commonly associated with drag racing and are designed to help maximize launch performance. Together, they indicate that this Dodge was built with quarter-mile performance in mind while still retaining enough equipment to be driven on public roads. The seller mentions that the vehicle has only been taken to the track for a fun-run event and remains street-legal for the most part. That combination of race car capability and road-going functionality is one of the defining characteristics of the Pro Street movement. What makes this car especially appealing is the contrast between appearance and performance. To casual observers, it looks like a beautifully customized vintage Dodge coupe. But underneath, it possesses the engineering and horsepower of a purpose-built performance machine. Imagine pulling into a local car show. People admire the classic body lines and custom paint. Then the engine fires to life, instantly changing the conversation. The deep exhaust note, aggressive stance, and race-inspired hardware reveal that this car is much more than just a restored classic. Unlike many show cars that spend most of their lives on trailers, this Dodge was built to be driven and enjoyed. The seller describes it as extremely fun and fast, which is exactly what many enthusiasts look for when searching for a serious street machine. In today's classic car market, professionally built pro street cars continue to attract attention because they combine vintage styling with modern levels of performance. They offer the best of both worlds, a nostalgic appearance paired with exhilarating acceleration and driving excitement. At $27,000, this 1940 Dodge Coupe represents an opportunity to own a unique piece of hot rod culture, powered by a massive Mopar engine and backed by extensive custom engineering. This isn't simply a classic Dodge. It's a handcrafted performance machine built to deliver excitement every time the key is turned and the throttle is opened. Number 14. This 1952 Chevrolet Bel Air, listed at $19,500 and located in New London, Wisconsin, is a beautifully customized classic that combines the timeless styling of early 1950s America with the reliability and performance of proven Chevrolet drivetrain components. Finished in a striking purple exterior paired with a clean white interior, this vintage Chevy offers a unique blend of nostalgic charm and modern drivability, making it an appealing choice for enthusiasts who want a classic car they can enjoy regularly rather than simply admire from a distance. From the first glance, this Bel Air immediately stands out from the crowd. While many vintage cars remain dressed in traditional factory colors, this example embraces a bold custom appearance with its eye-catching purple finish. The color highlights the car's flowing body lines, rounded fenders, and elegant chrome accents, giving it a distinctive personality that attracts attention wherever it goes. The styling of early 1950s Chevrolets remains among the most recognizable of the era, representing a period when American automakers emphasized beauty, presence, and craftsmanship in every design. Walking around the vehicle reveals the graceful proportions that made these cars so popular in their day. The smooth curves, substantial bodywork, and classic silhouette reflect an era before sharp angles and aerodynamic compromises became the norm. The bright exterior color adds a modern twist to the timeless design, creating a custom cruiser that feels both vintage and contemporary. Whether parked at a local car show or cruising through town, this Bel Air is the kind of vehicle that naturally draws admiration and starts conversations. Under the hood, this Chevrolet benefits from one of the most popular upgrades in the classic car world, a Chevrolet 350 V8 engine. Known for its reliability, affordability, and impressive aftermarket support, the 350 has become the go-to power plant for countless restorations and street rod builds. The engine provides significantly more performance and ease of maintenance than many original power plants from the era, making the car far more enjoyable for modern driving conditions. Backing the V8 is a turbo 350 automatic transmission, a transmission celebrated for its durability and smooth operation. This combination creates a driving experience that is both comfortable and dependable, allowing the car to perform well in city traffic, highway cruising, and weekend road trips. Power is transferred through a positraction rear end, a desirable feature that helps improve traction and performance while enhancing the overall driving experience. The seller notes that the tires are in good condition and that the car runs well, providing additional confidence for prospective buyers. More importantly, the vehicle is described as driving like a dream, a statement that suggests the mechanical components work together harmoniously to deliver a smooth and enjoyable ride. For many classic car enthusiasts, drivability is just as important as appearance, and this Chevrolet appears to offer both. Inside, The white interior creates a striking contrast against the purple exterior. The bright cabin contributes to an open and inviting atmosphere while complementing the car's custom styling. The color combination captures the fun and expressive spirit of classic car culture, giving the vehicle a unique identity that separates it from more traditional restorations. The interior design reflects the spacious and comfortable nature of 1950s automobiles, offering a relaxed environment ideal for cruising. With approximately 30,000 miles shown, the vehicle presents itself as a classic that has been enjoyed without excessive use. While exact mileage history on vintage vehicles can sometimes be difficult to verify, the overall presentation suggests a car that has been maintained and driven responsibly rather than neglected. The upgraded drivetrain also means future maintenance and parts availability are generally more straightforward than with many original vintage powertrains. On the road, this Bel Air offers the best of both worlds. It retains the unmistakable look and feel of a 1950s Chevrolet, while benefiting from mechanical upgrades that make it more practical and reliable for contemporary driving. The V8 engine provides confident acceleration. The automatic transmission ensures effortless cruising, and the positive traction rear end contributes to improved road manners. Together, these features create a vehicle that can be enjoyed regularly without sacrificing the character that makes classic cars special. In conclusion, this 1952 Chevrolet Bel Air is a stylish and thoughtfully upgraded classic that combines iconic 1950s design with proven Chevrolet performance components. Featuring a 350 V8 engine, turbo 350 automatic transmission, positive traction rear end, attractive purple paint, and a clean white interior, it offers an appealing mix of vintage charm and modern usability. For collectors, hobbyists, or anyone looking for a dependable classic cruiser with standout looks and enjoyable road manners, this Bel Air represents an excellent opportunity to own a memorable piece of American automotive history. Number 15. This 1952 Chevrolet Fleetline, currently listed at just $1,000, is located in Galena, Kansas. Sometimes the most exciting opportunities in the classic car world are not the fully restored show cars or high-dollar collector vehicles. Instead, they're the forgotten projects that still have tremendous potential waiting to be unlocked. This 1952 Chevrolet Fleetline is one of those opportunities, a solid foundation for a restoration, custom build, or traditional hot rod project. The Chevrolet Fleetline is one of the most recognizable American cars of the early 1950s. Known for its distinctive fastback roofline, the Fleetline carried a sleek and aerodynamic appearance that set it apart from many other vehicles of its era. Even today, the design remains highly sought after by collectors and custom builders who appreciate its timeless styling. Finished in blue with a brown interior, this Fleetline may currently be a project car, but it still possesses the classic lines that made these Chevrolets famous more than 70 years ago. The long flowing roof, rounded fenders, and elegant proportions give the car a unique personality that stands out among vintage American automobiles. According to the seller, the vehicle comes with a good Kansas title in their name, which is a major advantage when purchasing a project car. Clear ownership documentation can often save future owners time and effort, making the restoration process much smoother from the start. Another encouraging detail is the seller's description of the vehicle as a solid car. In the classic car hobby, the word solid can be extremely important. Mechanical parts can be repaired or replaced, but finding a structurally sound body is often one of the biggest challenges when restoring older vehicles. A solid foundation provides a much better starting point for any future project. Of course, the seller is also transparent about the car's current condition. The vehicle is missing its spindles, meaning it is not a complete, road-ready classic. However, the seller notes that loading assistance is available, which can make transportation easier for the next owner. For experienced restorers, missing components are often viewed as part of the process. Many project cars require parts hunting, fabrication work, and mechanical rebuilding. In fact, for some enthusiasts, finding the necessary pieces and bringing an old car back together is one of the most rewarding aspects of the hobby. The Fleetline has always been a popular platform among hot rod builders as well. Its streamlined shape naturally lends itself to customization. Over the decades, countless Fleetlines have been transformed into stunning custom cruisers, lowered street machines, and award-winning show cars. This example could follow any number of paths depending on the vision of its next owner. Imagine the possibilities. A traditional restoration could return the car to its original 1952 appearance, complete with period-correct trim and styling. A mild custom build could add modern drivability while preserving its vintage charm. Or a full hot rod transformation could turn this affordable project into a head-turning street machine. What makes classic cars like this so appealing is their potential. They are blank canvases that allow owners to create something unique while preserving a piece of automotive history. Every repair, upgrade, and restoration decision becomes part of the vehicle's continuing story. The Fleetline also represents an important period in Chevrolet's history. During the early 1950s, American automakers were transitioning toward more modern styling and engineering. Cars like the Fleetline helped bridge the gap between post-war practicality and the stylish designs that would define the decade ahead. At a price of only $1,000, this 1952 Chevrolet Fleetline offers a remarkably affordable entry into the classic car hobby. While it is certainly not a finished vehicle, it presents an opportunity that many enthusiasts look for, a solid project with clear ownership documentation and enormous potential. This is not the type of car you buy because it is perfect today. It is the type of car you buy because you can see what it might become tomorrow. For the right builder, collector, or hobbyist, this Fleetline could be the beginning of a rewarding restoration journey and the revival of a true American classic.